Hi everyone, it's Miss Ann from Herrick District Library. I am so glad you're here to join me for story time today. Grown-ups, this story time is designed sort of for all ages, and infant through about 5 years old is a pretty broad range. So whenever we have a song or a rhyme that has motions that I'll adapt for either younger or older friends, I will make sure I do that. You can sign up for emails to receive story times directly to your inbox. You can also go to our YouTube channel, and there will be a new story time released every Monday through the end of October. So I would love to get started with a little hello song. Friends, can you show me which way is up? Is it this way? No? It's this way, isn't it? So we're going to sing a song called Up, Down, Turn Around. And you can turn, it's hard for me to turn in my chair, but you can turn all the way around if you want to, or you can just use your finger to turn around. We're going to do a couple of other motions too, and I know you'll follow along. So here we go. Can you show me up again? Here we go. Up, down, turn around, touch the sky and touch the ground. Tap your elbows, wiggle your toes, wiggle, wiggle. Wave your hand and say hello. Great job, everyone. I would like to do another song. This is a really fun song. Most of the time, our Storytime friends really enjoy doing this song. This song is called A Ram Sam Sam, and we're singing lots of silly words, but when we're doing those words, we're going to be doing some motions too. So when we say the words A Ram Sam Sam, we like to cross our arms and tap our laps. This is practicing crossing the midline grown-ups, which is whenever we cross one part of our body over that invisible center line of our body, it helps the two halves of our brain make good, strong connections, which helps us when we get ready to learn how to read. So we love to practice crossing the midline. So Ram, Sam, Sam, we're going to cross our arms and tap our laps. When we sing the silly words, a gooly, 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 we want to roll our hands like this. And when we sing the silly words, a Ravi, I would love you, friends, to stretch your arms out wide and give yourselves a big hug. And if we're doing this grown-ups with really little ones, you can do the motions with your own hands for them, or you can manipulate their hands and arms to do the motions as well, whatever works. Friends, we're going to do this song twice. We're going to sing it one time at a regular speed, just in case there are people who haven't heard it before. And I would like to sing it a second time, super silly fast. You think we can do it? Here we go. Let's get ready to Ram Sam Sam. Can you cross your arms? Get ready to tap your lap. Here we go. A Ram Sam Sam, a Ram Sam Sam, a gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam, a Ram Sam Sam, a Ram Sam Sam, a gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam, a Ravi. A Ravi, a gooly, 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 Ram, Sam, Sam, a Ravi, a Ravi, a gooly, 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 Ram, Sam, Sam. Great job, everyone. Give yourselves a hand. We like to celebrate our victories in story time. So give ourselves a little applause when we do things, especially if we're trying something new, because trying something new is kind of scary sometimes, or hard sometimes. But now that we've done it once, do you think we can do it super silly fast? You're ready to cross your arms. I'm gonna go so fast. I'll probably get mixed up, because I usually do when I do this song super silly fast. But that's okay, we're having fun, right? I'm going to give us on your mark, get set, go, and then we're going to go fast, fast, fast. Got your arms crossed? Good job. On your mark, get set, go. A Ram Sam Sam, a Ram Sam Sam, a gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam, a Ram Sam Sam, a Ram Sam Sam, gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam, a Ravi, gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam, a Ravi, gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam. Wow, that was so fast. Were you able to keep up, friends? I bet a lot of you were, because I know a lot of kids who are really good at this song. Well, thank you for doing Ram Sam Sam with me. I think maybe since we just did something very, very silly, maybe we'll just take a quick minute. We'll do a little Daniel Tiger squeeze just to give ourselves a little bit of a deep breath and we can start to focus. So we're going to talk about something in just a second. And I would love for you to feel like you're calm in your body. So can you give yourself a squeeze? And we're just going to sing, give a squeeze, nice and slow. Take a deep breath and let it go. Good job. We love our friend Daniel Tiger who taught us that song for if we're feeling really big emotions or if we're feeling very, very jittery or super wiggly. Sometimes it helps us to just take a moment and breathe and focus in. So friends, I was looking at our early literacy calendar a little while ago for October, and grown-ups, you can pick these up at either Herrick Library location. You can also find them on our website, or give us a call if you have trouble finding them. We have a new website now, so it's a little different to navigate, but we will make sure that you get a hold of one of these if you want. Just has lots of fun ideas for kids and their grown-ups to do together, to do things that help to get us ready to learn how to read. And one thing that I noticed on here was right here. It said, talk about the weather and what you should wear outside. And I thought that would be a fun thing to do because right now when I'm recording this story time, it's just at the beginning of fall. And so our weather is changing a little bit. And I would love to sing a song about this. So I'm actually going to scooch over here because I've got some things that I'd like to put up on the felt board. We're going to talk about all the different kinds of weather and what we might wear when that weather is happening. So, friends, I'm sure you can tell me what this is. Looks like a sun, right? Let's put our sun up on our board. There we go. We've got some clouds. Good job. Some clouds. Now this cloud has some little things whooshing behind it. Can you think of something outside in the weather that goes whoosh? It's wind. So this we're going to use for our wind. If we have windy weather. Ooh, that's fun to say, windy weather, those woo sounds. I also have, what's this? A snowflake. Yeah, let's put that down over here. And I have, what does that look like? It looks like a cloud, but it's dark, it's gray. And what do you think this might be coming down from the cloud? Rain, right? There we go. And I have one more thing I want to put on the board. Sometimes when it rains, we get some big booms and some big flashes of lightning. So if we're talking about a time when it's stormy, we'll use our lightning too. So this song, friends, is called What's the Weather? And we sing to the tune of Oh My Darling Clementine. And we're just going to ask, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather, everyone? Is it windy? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? Is it sun? And then we're going to talk about what the weather is doing right now, which what the weather is doing right now when I'm making this video might be very different from what the weather is doing when you're watching this video. So it'll be fun to see how many things are the same and how many things are different. Let's start with our song though. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather, everyone? Is it windy? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy? Is there sun? Good job. So friends, I'm looking outside my window today, and it has definitely been rainy. There's a lot of rain today. So I'm going to leave our rain cloud there. And if it's raining, do you think it's also snowing? When does snow happen? Usually when it's cold outside. And it's not super cold out today. Not cold enough for snow anyway. So let's take our snowflake off because it's definitely not snowing today. What else do we have? I'm going to try the lightning bolt. There have not been any big thunderstorms today. So I'm going to take the lightning bolt away. We just have regular rain today. Now, what about our wind? I'm looking outside at the trees. What do the trees do when it's very windy outside, friends? They move. You can see the branches and the leaves moving. And the branches and the leaves on the trees outside the window right now are not moving very much. So I think I'm going to say it's not very windy either. Now we still have our sun and we have some clouds. Where does rain come from? It comes out of clouds. And a lot of the time when it's raining, it's much harder to see the sunshine. So we're going to say that it is mostly cloudy today. It's covering up most of the sun, just a little bit of it peeking out. Mostly cloudy today and rainy. Friends, I hope you have fun exploring this song. Grown-ups, when we're singing, what's the weather, what's the weather, what's the weather, everyone, is it windy, is it cloudy, is it rainy, is there sun? You can also say, is it snowy, is there sun? To replace that, the rain for the snow when it gets cold outside again. And friends, we notice different things with our minds and our bodies. When it's snowing outside, how does your body feel? A little bit cold, maybe? A little bit cold. What about when it's very, very sunny outside? Lots of sun. Sometimes you get maybe a little bit hot. We feel things with our bodies. We also hear things and we see things, right? If we talked about already what the trees look like when they're in the wind, what else do you think that things look like when it's raining? Things look wet. Can you hear things when it's raining too? Can you hear things when it's raining? Sometimes the pitter-patter of the raindrops, or if it's a thunderstorm, what do you hear then? Kaboom, right? So we see and we hear and we feel things with our bodies. And I just wanted to talk a little bit, because in our early literacy calendar, it said, let's talk about what we would wear today. And today it's rainy, so maybe we'd want a raincoat or an umbrella or rain boots maybe. But it's not terribly cold outside, so we probably don't need a big winter coat. But I think it's probably smart when it's raining to have some kind of coat, right? So this book I thought would be fun to share with you. This is called Do I Have to Wear a Coat? And we're not going to read the whole thing right now, but this is a book that talks all about different times of year and what kinds of things we like to do during those different times of year. And if we need to wear a coat, if it's warm or if it's cold outside. This is a very fun book to explore. Oh, looks like it's winter on that page, doesn't it, with all the snow on the ground? Friends, I'm going to create, grown-ups, a list of books that talk about weather and talk about our senses, the things that we see and we hear and we maybe taste and smell. Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think about that. What does it smell like when it rains? That's kind of a tough one, isn't it? It smells wet. Yeah, yep. Sometimes I feel like I smell the ground, the earth, the soil. It smells kind of musty and dirty, but also clean because the rain is sort of washing everything away. That's a hard one to do, isn't it? Just what we smell when it rains outside. It's so much fun to talk about all the different things that we do and feel with our bodies though, right? Okay, friends, I would love to sing another song with you. This song is called We Sail and We Sail and We Stop. And when I think about sailing, I think about boats sailing on the water. And it's a pretty gentle movement, but the wind is helping to push them along. So I think of sort of smooth movements when I think of sailing. And I love to just move my arm like this or my other arm. And these wide motions across our bodies. If you have something, friends, that you would like to, if you have a scarf or a towel or a sock, hopefully not a stinky sock, that you would like to wave around, I'm actually just going to use a tissue that I have here today, because I think sometimes it's fun to have something floating behind when we're making sailing motions. So if you want to go get something, friends, that you can wave around, you can pause this video and then come right back when you're ready, okay? But for now, we're going to sail, and then we're going to stop. We're going to move our bodies in different ways too, and we're going to practice stopping when we hear that word stop. Grown-ups, for our littlest ones, we can again do these motions in front of their faces. It's great for practicing eye tracking. You can also manipulate their arms, their hands to make whatever motion it is that we're making. So friends, can you show me your sailing arm? Here we go. We sail and we sail and we stop. Did you remember to stop? We sail and we sail and we stop. Good job. I'm going to switch hands. We sail and we sail and we sail and we sail. We sail and we sail and we stop. Good job sailing, everyone. I'm going to put my tissue down for now. If you want to keep holding on to whatever it is you were waving, that's totally fine. Next, I would like us to rock and stop. Grown-ups, if we have very little ones, we can rock them on our laps, of course. We can also, kiddos, if you want to rock while you're sitting on the floor and rock on your bottom, you can do that. If you want to stand up and get some wiggles out, you can rock from foot to foot and practice keeping your balance that way. Rock however it works for you. We're going to rock, and then we're going to what? You remember what else we're going to do? Yes, we're going to stop. Here we go. Let's rock and stop. We rock and we rock and we stop. We rock and we rock and we stop. We rock and we rock and we rock and we rock. We rock and we rock and we stop. Great job, everyone. Good listening. Good listening and remembering to stop when we say stop. Friends, I wonder if you can do something for me. You think you can jump and stop? I bet you can. Again, grown-ups, if we have little ones, we can bounce them on our laps, or if we're enjoying bouncing our legs a little bit with some grown-up assistance, we can do that too. I think most of the older kids are ready to jump, though. You're so good at jumping. We're going to jump, but then we have to remember to stop, which is hard because jumping is so much fun, and it's hard to stop when we're doing things that are fun, right? But just listen, and you'll remember. Can you jump for me? Here we go. We jump and we jump and we stop. Good job. We jump and we jump and we stop. We jump and we jump and we jump and we jump. We jump and we jump and we stop. Great listening, everyone. Good job. So many things that we're talking about today. We're talking about listening to things and seeing things and moving our bodies and feeling things in our bodies. Such fun to explore, isn't it? What we can do, all of the amazing things that we can do. But friends, I would love to do one last little song before we do our closing, our goodbye song. I know some of us might think that we're a little too old for peekaboo, but I don't think so. I think anybody can play peekaboo. And I have a very special friend with me today. What does this look like? Oh, kind of looks like a tree, doesn't it? Like a tree stump, part of a tree. Do you see some ears? Who do you think might be in there? Let's find out. Hi, friend. Hi, friend bear. How are you? Friend, can you wave at our Storytime friends? Good job. Bear, I was hoping that you might like to play a little peekaboo with me. Do you like to play peekaboo? Okay, yes. Oh, we're very excited. Okay, so friends, when we're singing peekaboo, I would love you to cover your eyes, or you can hold something in front of your eyes, or again in front of our baby's eyes if we have babies with us. Bear and I are going to play peekaboo by covering our eyes. Here we go. Peekaboo, peekaboo, I see you, I see you. I see your button nose. I see your tiny toes. Peekaboo, peekaboo. Good job, everyone. Bear is very proud of you. He's clapping because you did such a good job. Bear, we're going to get ready to say goodbye. You ready for that? Do you want to take a little nap again in your stump? Naps are good, aren't they, friends? Go ahead and snuggle down in your little stump there. All right. So, friends, we are at the end of story time for today. Come back another day and watch another story time. We'll have some more coming for you. But for right now, we're going to sing our goodbye song. And we're going to talk about, again, some of the things that we do with our bodies. We are talking about watching and playing and listening. So here we go. This is my way to say goodbye and thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening today. Sadly, story time is over. But I hope you have a lovely day. Friends, thank you so much for joining me for story time today. I will see you next time.